This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
I'm Barnes, that's Leslie. And right there sits Luke Jensen, French Open champion from 1914. No, I'm kidding. What, 1993?
Dates, right? Who cares about dates? Hair or no hair?
Well, it's Luke and Murphy Jensen who won the French Open and have won a bunch of tournaments. And Luke has an unbelievable story to share. I mean, this literally put tears in my eyes.
He's been teasing me about this all morning, Luke.
I can't wait for you to hear the story, but I wanted Luke to tell it, and I didn't want to, steal his thunder. First, Luke, how's you're rehabbing a leg, right?
Yeah, I had a bunch of fractures and tears and meniscus, so it's coming along. Got another month, and I'll be back on the court.
And then what about pickleball?
Pickleball, the little pickleball here and there, but still nothing until tennis or pickleball until I'm 100%.
I could not be more addicted.
Oh, my gosh.
I addicted so many days in a row that my heels are killing me. What can I do for that?
Well, you got it. You just changed shoes, right? Even though you got the proper shoes, and that will jack you up. But it's tough because the movements are sudden in pickleball. Tennis, they're longer movements. You got to cover more court, but you got to move faster in pickleball and react faster. So it's going to put more stress on your body.
Leslie, you have a question about pickleball, right?
Yeah, there's some terminology that Barnes throws out. Because, when Barnes gets into something,
he's so
he
into
is
it.
1,000% into it and focused and addicted.
And tell him what you want to know.
There's some pickleball terms that I have no idea what they mean.
Okay.
And so...
banger.
Yes, what is a banger?
And a dinker.
What is banger? What is dinker?
They'll be doing a live X for us next Friday. That'd be a great band. No one's got that band name yet, Banger and Dinker. But explain what it is.
I'm actually going to take notes, Barnes. I'm taking notes.
So there are two types of pickleball players. So they have the one that plays tactically with a lot of feel and trying to really use the leverage. So you dink the ball nice and low on your opponent so they pop it up, and then you put it away with a very fast and hard shot or a banger shot. And then you've got the banger-only player that doesn't want to play with touch, someone we know very well named Barnes.
And what do they do?
No, so they just bang the whole... But here's the thing with Barnes. Because he's so intimidating, he's tall, he seems like a banger. He's actually, like in tennis, he's got a lot of touch and a lot of feel, and then he closes with the banger. But players that play with a lot of touch... They hate the banger. They hate the power player to the point where they don't even want to play with them. They think they should be put off and they should be banned from pickleball. But it takes, honestly, Barnes is getting into the sport and starting to understand when to hit the power shot and when to hit the touch shot.
I mix it up.
So let me ask you something. How do you know immediately when you start playing pickleball with someone if they're a banger
right
or
away.
a dinker?
Oh, yeah,
you
they
do
take
it right
big
away.
cuts. Yeah, you're taking big swings. They wind up on shots where they shouldn't, and so it's just things happen because you're so close. You get Barnes. How many times did you get hit the other day?
I got several. That's my favorite shot, though. The body bag is my favorite shot. Leslie, you know what a body bag is?
No, I'm taking notes.
That's when you peg somebody. It's a body bag.
No, you're tagging people. They're tagging you.
I got hit multiple times. I had one so hard that it left a mark in my chest. A couple times in the nuts. But at least I was on the retreat. But yeah, the body bag is a fun shot.
Yeah.
Anyway, pickleball. Once you're healed, you got to come out and do a little morning X pickleball.
Oh, absolutely. Let's do it.
Session.
Yep.
Okay, this story. I don't even know how to start it, but this happened during an event, right? Where his medical situation, Murphy, his brother, happened in an event. What happened?
So I had just taken a position in 21, so we're coming kind of out of COVID. And it's in Colorado Springs. It's this great resort called Garden of the Gods.
Ooh.
And it's heaven on earth. And I'm thinking, this is like the last gig I'll ever have in my life. It's got all these great tennis courts, wellness. It's just incredible. So I just started a week before all the onboarding. And so the owners asked if I would bring Murphy down and do an exhibition for the membership and kind of get to know your new tennis director.
Right, because, French Open champs, let's get them both in here. Let's all polish the trophy. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Murphy comes down. We're playing with Abigail Spears, who's a former Australian Open mixed doubles champion. She lives in Colorado Springs and one of our teaching pros. So Murphy and Abigail Spears are playing doubles together, and then I'm playing with one of our teaching pros. And there's probably a couple hundred people there. It's just members only and drinks, and it's a nice event. We do 1 million of these. And so play the first game. I hold the first game, so I'm up 1-0. Murphy is serving to us like the second or third point. He's serving to me. And he's smiling at me. And we're talking. We're already, going back and forth with the trash talk. And he's smiling at me. And all of a sudden, he freezes.
What?
And he tips over. Yeah, he's standing up with this big smile, and then all of a sudden he freezes, locks in place, and falls over, completely crashes to the ground, but backwards.
And Murphy's 6'5".
Yeah.
Here's this big strapping guy.
He's a big dude. So
this is like you're seeing this in...
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states. Michael Rosenbaum and his Smallville co-stars take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
We're going to watch every episode.
Join us.
It's Big Talk.
You remember when I had to shave my head?
Oh, I think I was angry with this one.
On Smallville.
Yeah, I get it.
The scene you did, and this is the one that got me fired. Okay.
What?
Here we go.
I love the excursions with me and Welling.
It's everything that Superman stands for.
It's Talkville.
Talkville, we always talk about it. It's a great thing.
The Smallville Rewatch Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Slow motion.
Oh, it's unbelievable. I thought at first, because I'm right across the net from him, and I couldn't understand, what is he doing?
Did you think it was a bit?
I thought it was a bit. I was like, why? It was so early in the match, and all of a sudden, he's on the ground. Fortunately, there were numerous first responders, doctors, nurses, just off-duty fire. There was the fire chief from Colorado Springs there, just tennis fans, pickleball fans, Garden of the Gods members that were honestly, as they recognized as soon as he froze, there were three, you can see it on video, they were running to his aid. So he crashes to the ground, and...
What was it? What happened to him?
Cardiac arrest.
What?
Is that heart attack, AKA, or is that... Okay, so
it's electrical. Heart attack is when you have blockage. Cardiac arrest, no, I'm not. There's some doctors out there will probably clarify this, but because I've gone through this now so many different ways since that incident. So Murphy falls backwards, smashes his head. The first responders are right there. These are off duty. We didn't have a medical team there.
Right.
The day before, I was doing my onboarding with the facilities manager, and they're pointing here are your keys. This is, we're altitude. So here's the oxygen. Here's the defibrillator.
So they're showing you this the day before.
The day before. We're in altitude. This happens. We've got this is a retirement community. We've got, things happen, altitude sickness and things. So the first thing the first responder said, the doctor said, where's the defibrillator? And because of the day before,
you knew
it's 30 feet right behind me on the court we're on.
So they go, you get it, they do it.
I grab it and go right, and it's unbelievable. So it's exactly what you see in the movies, where you open his chest and they start all the things. They're pounding his heart, they're mouth to mouth, they're getting the pad set up, and it's all as soon as you turn this defibrillator on, it just tells you exactly what to do. Obviously, call 911.
And he's unresponsive.
Oh, no, he's out.
He's out.
The sad thing, there's a bunch of things going down at this point, but he's bleeding from the back of his head.
Oh.
He's laying on his back, and the blood is going. So they don't want to move him, so they don't know exactly how bad the trauma is with his head, but he's out. Like his heart isn't moving. So this defibrillator cranks up. They tell you to clear, and they hit him, and his chest, exactly like in the movies, like his whole body responds, and then you think, okay, he's gonna pop right back up, and then he settles back in. Heart's not moving. So at this point, we've got about 4 or 5. We have more first responders than we need.
Are you thinking that he just died?
No, he's dead. Remember, so it all depends. His heart isn't moving. Like his body, he's got his 4-year-old son there. His wife is there. I mean, we've got.
They're standing there when this is all going down?
So the son is off on the bleachers. His wife is there with me. Kate the Great is there. And this is happening in real time. Obviously, the first thing you do is call 911. It took 17 minutes for the ambulance to get to him. So within the 17 minutes, his heart stopped 4 different times.
Okay, only because of time, we're going to have to jump forward in the story to this other part. So he gets to the hospital.
Yeah.
Is he in a coma?
Yeah, so they put him in a coma because they're able to stabilize the heart. They brought him back to life. His heart stopped again in the ambulance. So 5 times before he got to the hospital. So they stabilized the heart. The real issue at this point is the fractures and the brain bleed.
Oh my gosh.
And so they have to put him in a coma to calm everything down. And what you're about to hear and see is Murphy in a coma, and a very, very dear friend, basically a brother.
Okay, so hold there. So this was how many days in a coma at this point?
Oh, it's day 1, day 2. So it was the night before.
Okay.
So basically day 1.
Okay, the next day he's in a coma. We're talking about Murphy Jensen, French Open champion. This is Luke right here, who was on the court with him. So enter a 99X artist who he happens to be friends with, finds out about this, and gets on FaceTime. So I'm going to play you the beginning of the conversation on FaceTime. Who's in the room? His wife,
Yep.
you.
That's it, Murphy.
And so Luke is holding a phone, filming the wife holding the phone with this 99X artist, and I don't want to give away who it is yet.
Sure.
Talking to Murphy, who is in a coma. So this is the
breathing tubes, the whole thing. Yeah.
It looks like a scene out of a movie.
This is unbelievable.
Things beeping. You'll hear nurses in the background. So here's the initial conversation.
Murphy, well, Gavin here. I am deciding, especially if I want me to sing you a little song, but since you can't play guitar in it, I'm not going to play guitar in it either. So a little Sunday version, easy street of Come Down, I believe. It's especially for you. Last time we did this for your wedding, so this is just as you come back to wellness, we are going to do a little song together. So you can hear me, so you can sing it where you're at, and I'm going to sing it where I'm at, right? Okay, ready? So.
Okay, we have to take a break. There's much more to this story that will bring you to your knees. So hold tight. We're going to and you're going to hear this person sing. Do you know who it is, Leslie, by the voice?
I do. I think I do.
We'll be right back for part 2. Luke Jensen is here. We're talking about this incident, cardiac arrest with his brother on court. Be right back.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Why? Because you're not playing me.
With rapid fire takes.
Y'all went from the Super Bowl straight to the toilet bowl. He's not over the NFL. The NFL is over him.
Scorching debates.
All the good, all the bad, all the ups, all the downs.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Sorry for what I said because it was appropriate when I said it, but I can't say it anymore, dude. You are killing the game.
The Jim Rome Show podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.